Alright, good morning guys. So as you all know, the new Airbnb policy kinda screwed me very badly because I rely on Airbnb a lot. So you know, by June 15th, right? June 15th, you can't really share homes unless the person that owns the home have a permit or license to rent out the home. So although 300 close to 400 bucks have been refunded to me, I still can't really, because it's not under my account. I didn't book it with my card, so it didn't really return the money to me. Anyways, so right now I'm on a budget. Like, I'm on a super budget, right? I'm on a super duper budget. Now, what is a super duper budget? It is basically where you have to go day by day, about 5,000 yen. And it's basically 3 ramen. I have a little bit of topping on it. The reason why I have to become so budget right now is because I have to use the extra money that I had to book extra hotels. Alright, so what I was saying is that I had about close to 70,000 yen, right? I had about 70,000 yen worth of extra money. But I had to use the extra money, about 40,000, close to 50,000, just to book hotels for my 7th night, because Airbnb cancelled 7 nights of my hotels. Nice view, right? Anyways, like I was saying, I had to, you know, book about 7 nights worth of hotels, which would cost up about 40,000 yen to 50,000 yen, which really kind of sucks. So that means if I really want to be so budget, I would just have to buy 1 bowl of ramen, okay, which is about 1,000, over 1,000-ish. Then I would go to Sukiya, which about 1 bowl of rice would cost up to about 500 to 600, and then I'll just spend the rest on cafes. You know, cafe hopping is a need actually for me, more than food. There's always so many people in Tokyo Station. Like the trains never. Like the trains is so much. Look, there's a total of about 10 stations here. This is 7, that is 5. There's a total of 10 stations here. 5 on each side, right? And the trains never stop coming. It just keeps coming. There's a Chuo line, there's a Yamanote line, and there's so many more. So the trains keep coming. So imagine Tokyo Station as like the interchange of all trains. And this goes without saying, but I love how they queue too. Although there's no lines, right? No lines, but there's queues everywhere. This ramen shop is like the best one I've ever eaten in Akihabara. Like, it's just located at the MRT station. I don't know if you guys can see it, but right now we're in Akihabara. I love every part of Akihabara, bro. Like, yes, anime. Okay, I went to this store. This is all electronics. This tower is so full of anime, and this current tower, which is like under the Akihabara station, this is a cafe inside. And the road, it was supposed to be like some kind of like for cars, but humans walk on it too. This road is so fucking cool. It was like Ginza, but change money to anime. Every fucking place is anime. Look, anime. Everywhere is anime, bro. I don't even know where I am. So fucking cool. Oh shoot. So there are more stuff here. I know in Akihabara there's a lot of like back streets that you could take that leads to some other cool shit, but I just don't really know where. Oh, so it leads back here. Okay, I know in Akihabara there's like a lot of back streets. Problem is I don't know where those back streets are. I know that place, Natsuki from a boy from Japan, right? I know he went to some place like that. I can't really pinpoint where it is. Right. Oh shit. Okay, one thing about these type of buildings, right? You would think that stores in this type of buildings, right, would typically be of lower quality, but you'll be surprised what they do or what they could do. They renovated a whole place, right? Like those cat cafes, whatever the hell it is. They renovated a whole place and it looks better than the stores that are on display. Alright, so the next place we're gonna go to is See, I got a razor burn, like really bad. It's a cat cafe. Oh shoot. We're gonna go back soon, but right now we just have to walk for a bit, you know, because it's nice. There's a lot of maid cafes, there's a lot of owl cafes, and the reason why I'm not planning to walk a lot today or the next few days is strictly because I have blisters on my legs, and honestly my hamstrings are kind of in pain right now. I walked a lot, causing my whole leg to bleed, to be in pain. And you have another ramen store. There's another maid cafe. Alright, so for one thing, if you guys are ever going to maid cafes, right? Ever going to maid cafes. If you are yellow skinned, that means if you're Asian, right? Not including Indians or Malays, although you're still Asian, but let's just say if you're Asian, right? You go to a maid cafe. Never say that you're a foreigner, because the moment you say that you're a foreigner, they switch out a menu for you. This menu is strictly for foreigners, right? They pay extra. They would have to pay more. So what this menu essentially is that it's a menu for foreigners and you have to pay extra. Everything they have as a set will sell you a little bit more expensive. You don't have a single unit, they don't have a la carte, they only have whole sets. These cost a lot more than usual. So they would ask like, oh, where are you from? And you better say that you're either from Japan or some shit like that. I mean, if you don't look super Asian, then you know you're good, but just you know, be careful of the foreigner menu, because sometimes, and it does happen, it just happens that you know you get a foreigner menu and you can do nothing much about it. It happened to me once, and I just let it happen because I don't really care about it that much. Money wasn't very tight back then, but it's very obvious that they pull the foreigner menu. Sometimes they might be smart, they won't actually switch the menu, they just fucking flip it. So one side will be for okay, so roughly today we spent about 1,200, which is roughly about $12 on the Neko Cafe. Okay, so that leaves us about 3,800 to spend for the rest of the day. How will I spend this? I would most likely spend 100 yen playing arcade, the typing one, the typing of dead or something, which is really fun. Sega arcade is around here, and then after that I would have to go to a cafe, get a drink, research on what's the closest thing here that I could walk to, and have fun. So that's the two things that I would mainly do. And after researching a bit, I might go to the place, and I'll only have one thing to eat, which is when I get back home. When I get back to the hotel, I will get something like a grab to eat. This tonkatsu ramen is so delicious. Alright, in Akihabara, the back streets, there's actually cheaper things that you know, affordable if you're on a budget and you want to come here and visit. A bowl of ramen from there, tonkatsu ramen, which is located in Akihabara, just opposite from KFC. It's roughly about 500 yen. And the places here are all affordable. It is roughly about nothing more. You will rarely find things more than about 1,000. But if there's meat involved, it for sure will be over 1,000. 1,002. We're not saying very high end, but as you can see, it's about 250, 230. Even here, it's about 250 for about 3 of those, which is pretty cheap compared to other places. Some places charge about as close to 450 for 3 of those. So that's close to 50% discount. So I've spent about 700 and 1,200. That roughly leaves me with about 2,000, and we can go to the cafe we're opposite here, or we can just walk around the surrounding this area just to see what Akihabara has to, you know, provide. But this cafe looks pretty good. No shoots. Another money saver thing is that don't go to cafes unless you just want to pass time. because cafes are expensive. So you only go there if you want to pass some time. So my current plan right now, oh I like this song, it's Teacher by AKB48, I'm sorry. Anyways, current plan is just to go to Shibuya, not now, but maybe around 3 to 4. I want to spend the night in Shibuya with a budget of 2,000. So that's about 2 cafes minimum, then 2 cafes minimum, and if I really go cheaper, that's about 3. If we can push it to 3, but at least 2 cafes at Shibuya minimum, about an hour each, or pushing a little bit less than an hour, about 45 minutes each. So this is the other side of Akihabara, which is more cafe, and it has a 4-story restaurant. And this is the other side. You have AKB, which is on the right side, and a Gundam Cafe on the left. Both are equally expensive. And after that, we can go to the middle part of Akihabara. So that's the counter, and you have your cocktail and everything. Opposite from this, there's a Gundam shop, and then other than that, there's AKB shop, and this is the surrounding. Oh, I remember last year December, right? Or close to January, NMB actually had their I don't think it's debuted or something. I remember they were here at this exact convention hall, and the whole fucking place just blew the fuck up. There were media coverage just straight in front. It was madness beyond anything. Okay, you see, if you look closely, it's Akihabara. They say free hot or something. The thing is blocking, I can't really see it either, but see, it's like a 2 noodle refill and it's free. It's located behind the main Akihabara street. It's about 500 yen, but you get like 2 servings of noodle. 3 actually. You got 3 servings of noodle for like what, 500 ml, 1,000 yen. That's so fucking worth it. And then behind there's a lot of cafes. This is a whole cafe building. There's a Coco Color Cafe, Cafe and Bar Cafe, and then there's a Haruyo, and there's a, oh shit. This was the thing that I was talking about. This whole building, it's all cafes, except for this one. This one is a meat store. At all the back here, it's all anime, and over here, there are just people using phones. So you can just sit down here, use your phone, sit down, which is pretty good. And I think I might want to take the crossroads over there to get to this Taito station, which is like anime but better. Like this is actually an anime, you know? If you know how to read Japanese anime, it's like the heaven for you, but sadly I don't. We're gonna go to Shibuya at about 4:30. Actually no, I'm just like about 4:30 to 5 after I finish everything that I'm supposed to do here. Because I'll be only visiting, I'll be visiting like one place, one time. That's it. It's not really gonna make it worth it. This is like an event center. So that place was where I got my books last time, and it was closed. So right now, we're just going to go back to the Taito station, which is like back there, because I thought you have like another event, but this event is what UDX Gallery. I really don't know what it is, and there's a lot of business people doing there, so you know, I don't want to disturb the vibe. Alright, so we're back at the Shibuya crossing. I really don't know where to go. I'm just like fucking around, but I want to go to the back of Shibuya, just directly in front here. It's another view from the Shibuya Starbucks, which is from over there, that bridge. You don't have to queue up and buy Starbucks for, you know, this. You can just go back to the back of the bridge, and which is making my job a lot easier. It really would have saved me a lot of time if I had known this earlier. The back streets of like Shibuya itself, just like one part back street, It's like a lot bigger than Akihabara. There's like so many more things too. I don't know why Shinjuku is called the fashion of, you know, Japan. I think here is the real deal. You know, here you have like real shoes, real clothes and stuff. And it's like 10 times bigger than any other place you would have visited or would have, you know, want to visit. There's kebabs, there's meat cafe, you know, everything that you would want would be here, you know. Okay, so now I don't know where to go. Okay. Alright, so right now we are going to I don't know where. I'm just roaming around basically. So after this, I'm gonna go to Shibuya 109. Alright. So I think this direction is heading to Harajuku or Harajuku, right? I'm gonna do a U-turn, walk a bit, then come back to Shibuya 109, see the Shibuya crossroads, and then reach home at about 8 to 9. Okay, so I did went back. Problem was there was nothing at the back. The only thing that was there was some kind of garden. I'm not into gardens, and especially at night. So now I'm trying to walk back to Shibuya 109 because simply at the back there's nothing. There's a Shinen station. That's really it. I'm thinking of going to this slope road, but nah, I'm going back to 109. Alright, so there is the Shibuya 109. I don't think you can see properly, but yeah, that's 109.